Hi there. Thanks for joining me for some chair yoga. Today we'll be working in the chair and then we'll be standing and doing some poses near the chair. As usual, have a nice sturdy chair. I have mine on the mat so it doesn't move, and I'm also near a wall in case I need it, and I have my blocks and my straps nearby. Again, if you don't have them, that's okay. I might just be using them for some things here, but I'll always show you how to do the pose or what we're doing without it. Okay? So when you're ready, find a comfy seat, feet flat on the floor. We're going to lean back, a little support from the backrest if you need it. If not, you can kind of peel away from the back and try to work on the posture. So find where you are today and let those eyes close. Shoulder softens. Just starting to build that awareness at the bottoms of our feet. Feeling the ground underneath them the best we can. Traveling up the legs to the sit bones on the chair, feeling rooted up through the belly, the chest, shoulders, melting away up through the neck to the top of the head, letting any of the muscles around the eyes, the jaw relax. And just giving me about 5 rounds of deeper breathing. And go here at your own pace. You can go as slow as you like here, or if you're having a hard time breathing today, just do what you can. As we're expanding our breath, we also want to be able to remain calm and not feel like it's too effortful either. I want to be able to control the breath. Last round or two. And just go ahead and let the breath settle back to its normal rhythm. Hands on the thighs, palms down to the thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, let the head start to tip back slightly. Elbows will squeeze behind you. And then exhale, round it out, cat-cow. Inhale, pull through, chest lifts. And exhale, round it out. Let the head drop. 3 more here. Inhale up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, let go. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And let it go. Arms come by your side as you inhale, grow tall. Arms will come all the way up, fingertips fly. And then exhale, palms facing the walls all the way out to the side. Start to fold forward, keep the chest lifted, almost like an airplane here. Pause. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, let the arms drop maybe to your shins or to your block or to the floor. One more inhale as you open up the low back, upper back. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way out like a T. Come up halfway, hold, breathe, pull in the belly button. And then all the way back up. Arms float down. Shake them out by your side. Inhale here. Exhale, twist off to your left and try to look over the left shoulder here. Let those hips move freely with you. Breathe. Last breath here. Inhale, arms up through the middle. Exhale, off other side. 3 breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale. Being mindful of how a twist feels as we're breathing. Maybe one side you feel a little more movement than the other. And as your last breath comes, exhaling through, relaxing back through to the middle. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale one more time. Dive it forward. Arms out like your T. Strong, fingertip to fingertip, fingers wide. Give yourself some space between the fingers. Last breath. And on your exhale, drop fingers to block, shins, or the floor. Inhale, sweep up halfway, arms out like a T. Squeeze those shoulder blades, use the core. And inhale, arms float up. Exhale, shake them out. All right, let's get ready to stand here. We're going to try a few sit to stands from the chair. Come out towards the edge of the chair, feet underneath you. We're going to shift that weight forward and come all the way up. Hands on the chair if you need it. If not, arms will come all the way out. Inhale, big reach up, and exhale all the way down with control if you can. Ready? Inhale up. Exhale, lower, slow, slow. And one more. We'll stay standing all the way up. And exhale, drop the arms. Okay, take a second to get situated with your chair. I have to move mine a little out so you guys can see them. Move my blanket. And we're going to come into our mountain pose. So feet a little bit apart. Again, check in with the feet, the legs, the low belly, the shoulders, and top of the head. Slight chin tuck. Close the eyes if that feels okay to you. Again, checking in. Do you have equal weight in both legs? See if you can play around with that a little bit here. A couple of your weight shifts if you need to, and then settle down in the middle. Inhaling. Exhale, I want you to bring your hips behind you, come into chair pose, okay? So arms can be straight out in front or they can be in prayer. So whatever feels most comfortable for you right now. Weight in the heels of the feet. I should still be able to see my toes, so my knees aren't coming all the way over my toes. My knees are coming back, my hips are sinking back, my chest is lifted. Give me one more breath here. And then inhale, arms lift all the way up. And exhale. I'm going to turn to face my chair. And we're going to work through a mini modified kind of sun salutation here. Okay. We're going to add in the chair pose, forward fold with the chair to support us. So mountain pose, settle in. Next inhale, arms will raise up. Exhale, fold forward, hands land on the chair, either the top of the chair or the bottom of the chair, or you could have your block. Soft bend in the knees as needed. Then we're going to inhale, lift up halfway. Hands can be on the chair or the shin. And instead of coming all the way back up, we're going to come into our chair pose. So inhale, chair. Inhale, arms raise all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. So 2 more, just a little quicker. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down to the chair, shins, blocks. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, sink back, chair pose. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, mountain. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, mountain. As you exhale, arms float back down. Okay, warming up the body here. So now we're going to come into our chair pose and then into our warrior one. So it's going to look like this. Shift your weight off to your left leg. Oh, just kidding. We're doing chair pose. All right. So inhale, exhale back into your chair pose, and then shift your weight off to your left leg. Step your right foot back. You got warrior one. Arms float up or in prayer. Find your focal point if you need it, or your gaze can be up towards the sky. Grounding through the heel of the right foot. Weight through the heel of the left foot. Should wiggle the toes of the left foot. Inhale, shift your weight to the left and step back into your chair. And then all the way up. Exhale, mountain. So it's a little bit of steps involved here. We're making the brain work, we're making the body work. So we're going to come back to it other side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, shift your weight off to the right leg. Inhale, step your left foot back and come up into warrior one. Again, wiggle the toes of the right foot. Can you see the toes of your right foot? You should still be able to. Hips are facing forward. Feeling a stretch through the front of that left hip. Last breath. Shifting our weight towards that right leg. Come to chair pose first. It's tempting to come all the way up, I know. And then find your mountain pose. Grounding through both feet. Take a breath, inhaling. Exhale. One more time, little variation here. So inhale, chair pose. Shift your weight off, left leg, right foot steps back. So second time around, see if you can fine tune it a little bit more. Is it in the legs? Is it in the core? Is it your shoulders relaxing? Last breath here. Holding onto the chair or the wall as needed. I want us to step our right foot up maybe 6 inches or a foot. So the heel is on the ground, toes are facing forward. Straighten that left leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold to the chair. Now this left knee can bend a little bit, especially if we're not as flexible. Find a good spot for the hands on the chair or hands on your thigh. That also works. Try to keep your chest lifted so we're not collapsing down. We're inhaling, using the upper back, the core to keep us up, and our arms for support. And then let that left knee bend as you shift your weight and step that right foot up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, same thing, other side. Coming down into our chair. Chair pose, that is. Exhale, shift off to the right and bring the left foot behind. Find your warrior one. Again, second time around, see where we're at here. If we're really arching through our low back, try to flatten the back a tiny bit, tuck the pelvis under. You'll feel more of a stretch through the front of that left hip as well. Last breath like this. We're gonna step that back foot, left foot in a little bit so we can straighten that right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands land on the chair or the shin or thigh of the right foot. Again, try to keep the chest lifted, back flat. Feeling a stretch to the back of the right leg. Our gaze is down at the floor. Last breath. Right knee bends, shift our weight forward, big step with the left. Inhale up to mountain. Very nice. One more little balancy pose here. We're going to inhale, arms up, and we're just exhaling our hands. We're folding forward a tiny bit just to the top of the chair. I want you to try just starting at the top of the chair. Our feet are still a little bit hips width apart. We're going to keep our left hand on the chair. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. One more time. Inhale, exhale, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, left arm. Exhale. Same thing, but with the legs. So again, soft bend in the knees. Try to bring that right foot back behind you. Doesn't have to be very far. And then exhale with control all the way down. So we're mindfully moving. We're moving the leg up and then resisting gravity lower. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Our belly button might be pulled up and in. As we inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, either stick with just the arms or just the legs. If you want more of a challenge, I'm going to show you. I'll invite you to join me as we inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg, and then exhale back. So sometimes we do this sitting in the chair. Sometimes you can do it on the floor. So lots of ways. Work at your own pace here. Main thing is you want to just try to keep the trunk nice and stable. Let's try one or two more. So we're not trying to turn open as we lift. We're trying to keep our chest facing the floor, our hips facing forward. Good. Last one, wherever you are, soft bend in those knees again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shake it out. Good job. Let's bring the chair back if you need to. I'm just going to line mine up so you guys can see me. Couple of stretches as we bring the right foot out. And again, you can have the foot up on the block. Sometimes we do it like that. Today, we're just going for the floor and no strap. So we're inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So the hands may land on the shin or maybe the foot, but we're just breathing here. Give me 3 breaths. Inhaling, come all the way up and switch sides. So it's my left foot, might be your right foot, depending on how you're joining me. And then inhale, exhale, fold forward. Trying to bring the heart towards the knee instead of like the head towards the knee. Try to keep a slight chin tuck at the neck, chest slightly lifted. Toes are coming back towards you. And slowly come all the way up. So next one's for a little bit more at that hip. Let's bring the left leg up on top of the other leg. If this is too much for you, of course, just keep it on the ground, or you can even do a modified with the legs crossed, okay? But we're gonna come up with our legs on top like this and just stay here if this is already a little bit of a stretch for you. If not, you can gently fold forward until you feel a little bit on the outside of the left hip. Breathe. Let go. Just take a minute to regroup. Let the mind clear on each exhale. Bringing that attention back to your body, back to the breath. And gently come out of that. Help that leg down if you need to, and help lift the other leg up. Okay, settle in here as you inhale and exhale, fold forward. And a few breaths. Taking the time with the breaths to really let go of any tension on this side. We're not judging how each side feels. Oh, I did so good on the other side. This side feels so much harder. That's okay. We typically have one side that's going to feel stiffer, weaker, more off balance. We're just being aware, being kind to ourselves. Last breath, and slowly come out of it. Nice, easy landing with that leg. We're always being mindful of how we're moving. Go ahead and scoot back in the chair. Let that breath relax. Let the shoulders relax. Let the eyes close. A little scan through the body here, just like we did at the beginning of class, noticing any subtle changes or aliveness in certain parts of the legs. Is there any more freedom and some tension or stiffness that maybe you were feeling? Noting any fatigue, or maybe some areas are talking to you a little bit more. All of that is okay. Just use the breath and see what areas you can soften that still need to let go a little bit more. Picturing that area with the breath as you exhale, kind of melting from ice to water, and then water evaporating out into thin air. Softening, softening, melting, melting, letting go, letting go. Lastly, take a last few seconds to whisper a couple things that you feel grateful for today. You bring your hands over your heart if that feels good. Really let it sink in. Feeling the gratitude, feeling the happiness, all those warm feelings that come along with it. Let a smile spread across the lips, across the heart. Palms can come together. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.